want to do is look at some of the things that actually do go in and backup. This is in the control panel. We can go through restore my files. This one does have a backup on it, and I've turned off the schedule. But we can browse for files or browse for folders. If we go into browse, it's going to take us to where the backup is. Deploy was something that I went into, let me pick what I want. It's a folder that I picked, doesn't have anything in it. But I can go into users. Instructor is the name of the user on this machine, all of the files that are there. I haven't done a whole lot, so there's not going to be much there to recover. But those are available in it. If I wanted to change the settings, when you go through the first time, you're going to specify how you want this thing backed up on a regular basis. If I go in here, this says, where do you want to do it? And back, the E drive is the only place that I have. Save on the network, we had a network location. And this is let Windows choose or let me choose. If I let me choose and I go into this thing, the top part here, the data files, is what Windows had already chosen. And I can take that off or add to that and go down here, and then I pick the deploy, which would give me that particular folder. Whatever you want to save, if you want to pick it yourself, or you can let Windows pick it, whichever you want to do. Create a system image here, create the system repair disk. Turn the schedule on. I turned it off because I wanted to get in and change the settings. If I go into the backup now, it's not going to ask me a whole lot. It's just going to go through the backup that I have selected that's based on the schedule. You can go into the view details. It'll show you what's going on with the system, what is going on with the backup. Where this thing saves your backup, on this one is on the E drive. The instructor, the media id.bin is a file that if it gets corrupted or missing, you're going to have some issues recovering the thing. If I go into the backup image file folder, go through this whole thing, we have a catalog and a cache, but the backup in here is where the VHDs are. This one has a 9 gig VHD. I have done one image restore. If you wanted to mount this thing, and I already started the computer management and went into disk management, we can go on disk management, right click on it, attach a VHD, browse to that location, which is right here, and let's attach this 9 gig, because the other one here, the 49K, is the system reserved and it's empty. So when we do that, we can open this, okay, and give it a chance to get this thing mounted. It says disk 3 is 65 gig. Well, it's the whole disk, remember, I did an image. It's not really, because it's not that much data on it. Back up, okay, open the file or folder. It's local disk G. When I go into here, this is everything that was on that disk. If I go into here, I got the demo, Windows, the whole everything. This is one way if you needed to recover a single file from your image, you should be able to do it here. Where is it? Deploy. One of these has actually got something in it. Demo's got something in it. I could copy this file and then go back to my disk structure here and paste it. So you can mount VHDs. Need administrator, yeah, because it's in the, it's really weird. I got to have administrator permission in the root, but I can make a folder and put it in any folder. It's going through all that other stuff. So you can do that. A number of things you can do with the backup. Try this out. It actually does have some flexibility. It allows you, and to me the really big deal is you can create an image of your computer. You finally save the document there. You can create an image of your computer, and makes it easier if it does crash. But you're going to get the same version back that you saved. You're going to get the same configuration as the date that you saved. What you can do is make that image, and then as you make regular backups, you could restore the image and then restore the backups to build your way back to that. So there is a way to keep it current. You have to have some place to store it. Network drives are certainly a location you can do that with. CDs, DVDs, and 9 gig is going to take some DVDs even in order to do that. And 9 gigs is a pretty small install. This one doesn't have a whole lot on it. It's just got the operating system basically and the demo stuff that we've been doing. We'll go through those labs. This is one that you really, I think, need to know how to do because the backup is very similar in the server system. Are you going to do that? Are you going to use the Windows backup in the server system? The answer is, I guess, depends on how much money you have. There's lots of third-party backup softwares available if you choose to use them, and a lot of people do because they do have substantial flexibility. This one's still going, but it shows you now what we're backing up. It actually is copying the files to the image area that I had, and I would then be able to restore this backup or restore files. It only makes the changes that it needs to make when it goes through this thing. Questions? Quick and dirty on how this one works. It's not really all that complex. Does the schedule for you. You can change the schedule. By default, does it on Sundays. And I guess they figured that you wouldn't be doing anything. You'd be watching the San Francisco Giants game.